Hello out there. Welcome to the Heavy Montes Morning Show. Today's subject, the Mormon Church. Now in America. Now, I'm asking this question this morning, okay? Why are Mormons Republicans? When Mitt Romney ran for president, prominent Republican ministers came out and said that the Mormon Church and the Mormon religion, they are not Christians. That's what they said in America. They said that the Republican Party does not accept Mormons as Christians. They say they're a cult. Now, Heavy Monty told you that, I was a Sunday school teacher, and I also took, lessons, Wednesday. Our church met every Wednesday, and we had church study. We studied the Bible, okay? And the teacher, you know, of, uh, of our classes on the Wednesday, she's a beautiful woman, very Christian woman. She said, and most likely a handmaid, she said to us one day that the Mormon church was a cult. Now, I got a little bit upset about that because I was in business with Mormons. Okay. Now, I'll tell you, I was in a network marketing company, and the wife and I won a lot of awards in that company. Matter of fact, Salesman of the Year. And the Mormons ran it. It was owned by Mormons. Okay. And matter of fact, the guy who was my leader, who was over me and my boss in the network marketing company was a Mormon. His family, beautiful family. Okay, so he moved to Littleton, Colorado. He lived in Anchorage. And he picked me up at the airport. And we were driving along. And when we got into Boulder, he said, "You can't smoke a cigarette in that city." And I said, "I wonder why he said that. He don't smoke." Say, why is he talking like that? It's just a liberal city. And I didn't understand that, what he was saying. And all of a sudden, I heard a little screech. Yeah. I said, "What's going on?" He said, "Rush Limbaugh is on." I said, "Here's my Mormon friend, this beautiful man with this beautiful family, okay? Listen to Rush Limbaugh." And I didn't understand at the time, okay? But he was very upset. We were quiet. I was quiet driving from Denver to Littleton, Colorado. Let me explain something to you, America. The Mormons that I met are not racist, okay? They're great. I'm going to say something else about them. When I went to Littleton, Colorado, you know, we have a big board meeting at the network marketing company. This Mormon, okay, that took me in his house, in his car, said, "Where are you staying?" I said, "Hotel." He said, "No, you're not. You're staying with me." And they gave me a room in their house, food, and everything. So Sunday came along, and I'm going to watch the football games. I'm going to stay back because I know they're going to church, right? And so I was in my room, and he came in, and he said, and his kids loved me. He said, you know, where you going? I said, "I'm watching the game." He said, "Oh, no, you gotta come to church." So I said, "Oh, shit." So I went to church. Okay. When I went to church, man, them people welcomed me and treated me like I was a freaking king. You understand? The church service was going real good. I was enjoying myself, having a real good time. And then they had a point in the service where people were going around telling all the bad things they did. This one guy said, "Oh, I can be a better father. I did this right here. I did that." I said, "I don't want to admit the shit that I did as far as, not being the best husband that I can be." You see what I'm saying? So right then I said, "Hey, Heavy Lover's wife. I'm gonna be a better husband to my wife, because this guy was really, telling him how he could be a better person." I enjoyed the church. And also, they had a big dinner, man, ceremony. We had a bunch of Alaska salmon, a bunch of people to the house, and those people treated me like I was a king. Okay. Also, uh, I told you I was a firefighter, and when I got a Mormon crew, a contractor crew, I was happy as hell because I know they wasn't gonna steal shit. I know they wasn't gonna respect me, and I know they were gonna call me sir, no sir, and they were gonna do what I said. And I had a real good, successful, crew working on the forest fire. But you don't be worrying about people stealing stuff when you're on the fire. They can steal some shit. They can steal generators, heavy duty shit. And you're accountable for that stuff. Me, what I'm saying? They'll garnish my pay. You know what I'm saying? I don't have everything ready and right. So the Mormon crews were great. So the Republican Party said that the Mormons are a cult, okay? But the Mormons hang out with the Republican Party. I'm going to tell you why. Because of the race. I think racism had something to do with it. I think that they've been taught to hate black people, I guess, higher up in the church. The younger ones don't. They're all in the communities, doing all kind of stuff. But people, the Mormons, they're out there trying to get people, in the church. So I consider them a great people. And I said something earlier, America. I said that Donald Trump didn't have to worry about us liberals, that the maggots who he fooled are the ones that he have to worry about. This guy yesterday, I don't know what religion he is, he burned the church down to the ground because the maggot church is attacking the American citizens. And, when you go out and do the things that you're doing to these people, taking away their Social Security and SNAP and playing these maggots the way you play them, you told those maggots that you were going to make America great again, and you're attacking them, and you said you don't need them. These maggots hate Trump. Huh? Right? If they get a chance, they'll hurt him. I'm trying to tell you. And they have. You understand? They've been trying. Okay? Liberals ain't doing this stuff. It is maggots. Huh? They are trouble. They went out, ravaged the goddamn Capitol, sit on the floor, try to kill everybody for Trump. And Trump didn't back these people. So these maggots hate Trump. Okay? And they out to get these Republicans. You understand? You know what I'm saying? So liberals, they got to do shit. That's what I said. Now, respect the Mormon church and respect the Mormon people. You understand? They have a right to exist in your party. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Republicans, if they're in your party, you treat them decent. Now, I'm welcome the Mormons. Come to the Democrat Party. I'm going to tell you why, especially young Mormons. In the Democratic Party, you will have freedom of religion. Nobody is going to call you a cult because the way you worship. You understand? The Republican Party wants you to worship one way, white supremacy. And they're doing damage to your freaking church. Huh? They take your vote, call your suckers for losers, but call your religion a cult. Call Mitt Romney one of the greatest men in the world. Huh? Call Mitt Romney a freaking cult leader. Huh? Mitt Romney was a guy who, eventually, had a Obama type system. You see what I'm saying? He created an Obama type system way before Obama. And Massachusetts, understand, when he was governor. He was out to take care of the people, because that's what Mormons do. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Now they don't give a damn. They recruit everybody, black, white, whatever. They're not a cult. Huh? They're an honorable religion trying to make it. Okay? You see what I'm trying to tell you? Trying to make it. All right? So I invite all the Mormons to please come over to the Democratic Party. Get out of that racist party, man. They consider you a cult. You know what I'm saying? Freedom. See, what happened to America is that the Republican Party has defined the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party has defined itself. Sometimes the Democratic Party don't fight back. They don't have people like Heavy Monty to come out and say that the Republican Party is a domestic terrorist, outfit. Look at Donald Trump. We don't need to say anything more about that. But they're in trouble. Okay, you see, we vote the ass out. We get, now the Heavy Monty is having we want everybody to register as a Democrat. We want to get the Republican rolls down to zero because they're trying to cheat. You see what I'm saying? Zero. You don't want to be. You don't want nobody. You don't want to be in that party. You understand? Because they hate you. They come for you first. See, the red states, they already got them. They got these governors, like the one in South Carolina, like I tell you, the reincarnation of Robert E. Lee. I'm trying to tell you, they're still fighting the Civil War down there, sent his freaking army down to Washington, D.C. Huh? He felt real good, did you? You Confederate. You know what I'm saying? You're sending your army down to Washington, D.C. This is South Carolina, but they have some bad weather. You know what I'm saying? And things going to go real bad, and the government said they ain't going to help him. So let's see what he does, that governor down there. Get rid of those Republicans in these red states. Stop voting for these people. What the hell's wrong with you people? After what they did to you. Now, I want to talk about the government shutdown. And again, welcome to the Heavy Montes Morning Show. And I tell you, I have to take my car to the dealer this morning to get looked at. You know what I'm saying? So I got up early to make sure I do the morning show because I committed to doing the morning show to everybody. The government shut down. Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, the bots are coming in to my YouTube channel, and talking stuff like, the Democrats are shutting down the government. You guys are in control. You're a sorry, sorry, sorry political party. Huh? A political party that's got all the power, got everything, the Supreme Court, the House and the Senate, and the presidency. And they're always talking about the Democrats. You know why? Because they don't know what they're doing. Okay? That's the reason why we got to get rid of them and vote the Democrats in. And that's the reason why Heavy Monte is smiling. Because I see a bridge with troubled waters for the Republican Party. Huh? And Donald Trump's trying everything in America. Stop that lying and lying and lying and lying and lying. But we didn't shut the government down. But I'd be damned if we're going to allow you to take away SNAP and health care and take away insurance and put our people in danger. Huh? You're going to pass and restore those Medicaid cuts, or the government's going to shut down. And you're going to shut it down on your watch. You see, that Taco been telling everybody that he wants to destroy the government. Now he's saying he's having mass layoffs. And the layoffs is firing, and they affect the red states more. You see what I'm saying? And I keep telling the Democratic Party, when you get in charge, let these red states opt out. If they don't want to be a part of the government on certain things, we should give them the freedom. They don't want Social Security. They don't want these government programs, SNAP, FEMA, and shit, and they want to do all this themselves. You know what I'm trying to tell you? Keep your fucking money down in South Carolina. You don't pay shit. Huh? You see what I'm trying to tell you? Keep your money down there. Take care of your own stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're a slave state. Still got the Saturday market down there and talking shit about the Mormons. And again, this is going to be a short podcast in the morning show because I take my car. But I want to say something before I leave. The Republican Party is not fit to lead. Donald Trump, okay, to me, is a pedophile until he shows the freaking records. I'm saying that I think, I don't know for sure that he's a pedophile. Now, we have a pedophile ring in the Republican Party. Okay, this is a criminal thing going on here in America. Pam Bondi, she was involved. They said that she was the one that didn't want to prosecute Jeffrey Epstein, but she wanted to prosecute everybody else. James Comey making them look crazy. You know what I'm trying to tell you? And the truth of the matter is, Donald Trump came out, that sorry, lying, shit in the pants dog. Come out and tell us that, January 6th didn't happen. It's a hoax. Russia didn't help him as a host, and we see his crying dog, kowtowing to Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin can kick that motherfucker in his ass on national TV. He won't do shit because Vladimir Putin got the goods on the motherfucker, they say. But Donald Trump, we know who the hell you are. We don't need no additional proof. You show us every day when you come on TV that you're a low-down, dirty dog that don't deserve to be president, and you lied to the American people. Said you were going to make America great, and now I want to talk a little bit more about this too, right? Now, Project 2025 is running the country. Donald Trump told all you maggots out there that Project 2025 did not exist. He appointed the motherfucking architect who wrote the shit as the OMB director, and when you got OMB, you control the fucking money. You understand? And he controlling the money, that guy. And I think he's a fucking racist, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion. You know what I'm trying to tell you? Because if he's anything like what he wrote on that plan, if he is Project 2025, then he's a freaking racist. I don't know, Sergeant. Okay? So the guy from Project 2025 said mass firings. The country already losing jobs, but he gonna fire some more people. He gonna fire some more federal workers, right? Now, I have a bunch of maggot federal worker friends, and I've been telling them, right? They voted for Donald Trump, and all of them lost their freaking jobs. And see, Heavy retired from the federal government because I seen this shit coming, huh? These maggots been doing this shit before Trump, huh? They've been putting shit in place. And I told you, the federal government is the most racist organization in America under both Democrats and Republicans. Huh? And if you don't believe me, poll the blacks. I called hell working as a black man in the federal government. You understand? Nepotism, if you're white and you're a subordinate, you can go to the supervisor to that black man doing stuff, and they work together to get you because they didn't want any black supervisors. You can't discipline a white man. I know. I didn't even try. I said, screw that shit. You go to the man, you got an employee doing some bad shit. You go to the boss and you say, this guy doing shit. He best friend. They go off together. Huh? You know what I'm trying to tell you? So anyway, Americans, you can do shit to them. And that's why the federal government has a bad reputation. And that's for the blacks. If you ain't really, really qualified and you don't know your shit and you're a minority, you ain't getting the job for the federal government. You're gonna be 5 times more qualified than a white. So they get rid of some of our best people when they get rid of these blacks. You know what I'm saying? And replace them with people like Pete Hegseth and people like that, that are not qualified, who said we don't even need to go to college. You see what I'm saying? You go to a college like Harvard and you pay $100,000 and shit. You're not kicking those people out of Harvard. They're not losing their fucking money. They party and drink all day. They come in and you get fucking Josh Hawley. that's you get Ted Cruz. So these motherfuckers go to Harvard and shit, right? Then they come and tell you this shit, tell you how to get an education. And I'll tell you what the Republican Party are doing to your children, young white men, get the fuck out of that party. You know what I'm saying? They come on over to the Democratic Party and go sit down and talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Don't kill nobody. Huh? Don't kill nobody. Huh? Your parents gave you these guns. Your parents are freaking ignorant, man. You know what I'm trying to say? You know, they give you a gun, and tell you that your neighbor, you the black people and Mormons and all these people around any good. There's a maggot civil war going on, and it's going to be worse. You understand? Heavy Monty predicted that they were going to be blowing up these fucking churches, and that's what they're going to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Because they're fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? And these churches told them, this so taking both for Trump, huh? You know what I'm saying? Now they see that the ministers driving around in a nice space. These ministers and these big ass rich people, just bullshitting these maggots and telling them they're better than everybody else. These motherfuckers got airplanes and cars and shit while you freaking starve because you're too goddamn dumb to know that the only party that's for you is the Democratic Party, the party of the American people. Huh? The Republican Party is a party of billionaires, and you see it now because they took your freaking money and gave it to the billionaires while you freaking starve. Huh? Huh? So when I see you out there, say you are a Republican, I get the fuck away from you, excuse my language. I don't even talk to you no more. What the hell can you tell somebody who voted for somebody like Donald Trump? What you do? What you do? You find out for your damn self. This is Heavy Monte for the Heavy Monte podcast, the Heavy Monte Morning Show. Getting ready to go take my car to get it, checked out. You walk into the car dealer, you're $500, $1,000, some shit happened. You know what I'm saying? They're taking us to the cleaners, the Republican Party. Huh? Vote them out and stay away from the maggot civil war. They're killing everybody. They're killing one another. And also, something Heavy said, and also, I want to tell you something. The people who are trying to hurt Trump and trying to hurt the country are Republicans. Yeah, they're Republicans. And now everybody is saying that assassination attempt on Trump was fake too. Same shit that Hitler did. He's a freaking Nazi. Greg Gutfield said they were Nazis. Heavy Monte said they're Nazis. Okay. Now I need everybody to please subscribe to the Heavy Monte YouTube channel. I have great news. We're at 491. Okay, we're 9 or 10 away from the 500 mark. You understand? We're going for 1 million. Okay? And Heavy Monte knows what he's doing. Huh? I just need time to build the platform. But the platform will be built because the platform is built on truth, justice, and the American way. And that's why, I say, never, ever vote for a Republican and tell everybody you go out there, you tell them. Said there's a guy on the web, an American, not a black American, not a white American, but an American. Huh? Somebody who loves their country, who telling everybody. You understand? Tell the truth. Huh? I've been black a long time. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me as a black man. Okay? If you're bothering me and you're a white guy and you're discriminating against me or anybody, okay, in the past, I use these stories to let you know one people, left and the right, Democrats and Republicans, we're all Americans. And we will not tolerate a Democratic Party or a Republican Party that act like Donald Trump. And the only hope for you today, America, is the Democratic Party now. Register in mass. You understand? And send me a text. Say, yes, Heavy Monte, I changed my party. I am no longer a Republican fool. You understand? Because the Republicans are all going to hell who voted for Donald Trump. See? And I might get a job in heaven. You know, they got this little box. You stand on it. I can get two at a time. Send them straight to hell. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know Trump was a pervert and hurt these children or whatever. Oh, sorry, get in line. Straight to hell. All right, this is Heavy Monte. Have a great day. This is the Heavy Monte Morning Show. And please subscribe to the Heavy Monte YouTube channel and share the channel.